lives. Nearly 2 years after the first outbreak in the Chinese city of Wuhan, COVID-19 remains the leading cause of death around the world.
After the U.S. warned all day of a full-scale Russian invasion of Ukraine, that it was imminent, Vladimir Putin has just addressed the Russian people moments ago, announcing what Putin called the start of a military special operation, in his words, to demilitarize Ukraine.
Russia overnight launched its long-anticipated attack on Ukraine, striking military posts across the country. An unprovoked war in Europe is now underway.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, black man. I wish, I implore you, I beg you, brother, to open up the Bible, turn the music off, tell your woman go in the other room, and just open up the Bible and start checking it out. Write down these scriptures we talk. I don't care what religion you're in. I don't care what you believe in. Examine this for yourself, man. I did not understand life until I opened this book.
Like, why is Hebrew Academy so important to you, and why is it so important for you to graduate this generation?
Because I got a duty to my people, to my family. It's so important to me to do this, because if I fail, then my whole family fails. So I can help my people. I want to care about my brothers and sisters. All these other nations keep oppressing us. I want to make this change for my brothers. It's important for you to graduate Hebrew Academy.
It's important for me to graduate Hebrew Academy so my brothers can see the strength that can pull them out from the hell, the condition that they're in. Man, it's important for me to graduate Hebrew Academy to protect my brothers and sisters, man, and stand strong for my nation. Okay.
Why do you think it's important for you to go to trials and graduate Hebrew Academy?
So I can be a real nigga.
Real nigga, huh?
Come on, sir.
Michael, why do you think you should go to trials and graduate Academy?
We follow the men above us, sir.
Yep.
Come.
You built for this.
I'm ready for war.
Babylon is falling. Babylon is falling. To rise no more. To rise no more. Falling, 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 falling no more. To rise no more. Some hope. Go.
How about Shemi Al-Shai Barakatah? All the brothers. How Shamar Al-Fam about Shemi Al-Shai to all the sisters. This is the ISUPK Wednesday night law class. Yeah, count the water. Yeah, for water. I want to say, I know I ain't there. I want to say, I'm feeling kind of short there for a second. But this is the Wednesday night law class. You know, it's the ISUPK Atlanta under Commanding General Yohana. You know, started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. And, you know, as you know, we got this filthy, disgusting holiday called Thanksgiving coming up. And with that, we all know what that involves. You know, number one, it's an unlawful feast day. You know, it's not our feast day, it's the heathen's feast day. It's the oppressor's feast day. You know, we really, the only thing that we involved with for Thanksgiving is our so-called Native American Indian brothers. You know, the Pilgrims was giving thanks for destroying them. They was giving thanks to the Most High for destroying, you know, and unaliving, you know, our Native American Indian brothers. You know, so that's what makes it wicked. And then you're gonna throw a feast and celebration of it. Not only are you gonna throw a feast and celebration of it, you know, you're gonna have all the little abominational meats, all the unlawful foods that we're not supposed to be eating, such as shrimp, pork, the usual shrimp, pork, crab, lobster, what do you call that? Nasty pig intestines, they call them chitlins. You know, all that, you know, eating doo-doo, basically, you know, and all that is coming up, this week or next week or something? I think, is it this week? Next Thursday. Shows how much I know. That's how long it's been since I even celebrated that crap. Because it's all crap. That's why I call it crap. But yeah, you know, it's like, you know, we go to the far ends, you know, to the extreme, getting this Thanksgiving dinner together. A lot of you gonna use up all your food stamps, you know, just to make sure that you have a Thanksgiving dinner. A lot of you gonna spend your rent money. A lot of you gonna spend your bill money because to you, celebrating Thanksgiving is more important. Why? I do not know. Well, you got some Napash.
More family fights and more murders. It's just like Christmas or any other holiday that the Lord don't want to don't like the feast days.
Right, exactly. You know, and you know, it's this. We have the Book of the Commandments, the Bible. You know, if you read the whole Bible ain't nothing but law, statute, and commandments for us. You know, and he even tells us this is the Book of the Commandments. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read that in Baruch 4:1. This is the book of the commandments of God. This Bible, you know, because it has this Bible right here, this book right here. This is the book of the commandments of God. You know, he's telling us what he wants and what he doesn't want. What's expected of us is to be obedient. What's expected of us is to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. What's expected of us is, as we doing that, is to fast, pray, and celebrate our own feast days. We got one coming up, the Hanukkah. You know, and as we're doing that, And as we're celebrating it, you know, we looked at as heathens. We looked in the Most High looking at us like crazy. Like, what's wrong with you? You know, hey, look, we belong to the Most High. You know, that's our power. You know, we're not supposed to be celebrating all these wicked holidays. Let the heathens do that. And how you gonna celebrate something that destroys your own people? You know, here it is, 2024. You know, and we're still celebrating all this information and you know, and all this internet. You know, I should be carried. We're everywhere now. We're all throughout the internet, all on social media, all out in the streets, teaching every day. And how you gonna not notice? You just don't want to listen. That's the problem. You don't want to listen. All you care about is, I just want to have a good time and eat and drink. But it's more requirement from you, from the Lord. You know? Go ahead, Napash.
You know the bad part about that, after they gonna eat, they gonna hit the club.
Oh my God, exactly. Go straight hit the club. To sin even more, because all you're gonna do is go meet some strange woman. You two gotta get drunk. You either gonna go to her place or she gonna go to your place, or y'all gonna wind up getting a room, and it's just gonna be about sex. And once you have sex, boom, that's it. Y'all going your separate ways. Either that or while you knocked out sleep, she's up sneaking around, going through your pants, your wallet, and all that. You waking up, you straight robbed. She done got you. What you got in the pot?
Straight Cardi B.
Right. Exactly. Straight Cardi B. For real. And you're going to be looking around crazy. You're going to be waking up, looking around all crazy, wondering where she went to. You know, you're going to go put your pants on. You know, you're going to have money missing, your cards missing. Hopefully not your car keys. Hopefully your car will still be there. You could at least get around, you know, get back home. Go ahead, Napash.
Your house foreclosed. Damn.
Exactly. Well, you know, but this all ensues with the wickedness of this holiday. I mean, it's time to wake up. You come on now. You really, really think that this is something to be celebrating? And not only that, it's a celebration of the destruction of our brothers, of our sisters, our nieces, our nephews. You know, the Native American Indians, man, the First Nations people. Piss on that. You can have that nasty, funky chicken. You can have all that damn ham. You can keep your cornbread. What else? Your potato salad, your sweet potatoes, your pies, cakes, and whatever else. Baruch 4:1. This is the book of the commandments of God, and the law endureth. And the law endureth forever. This law endures forever. I mean, it's been thousands of years. You know, this book has survived thousands of years. Years upon years, decades, centuries. And it's still here. This book is still here. And it's for you, Israel. Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. You know, Cubans, so-called Cubans. Tribe of Manasseh. You know. The Puerto Ricans. The Ephraimites. The Haitians, the Levites. You know, this is for us. This is our book. So-called blacks in America, so-called Afro-American, the tribe of Judah. This is our book. This is our commandments. This is law, statutes, and commandments. This book is for us and for us only. All that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. Right. You know, you keep this, you keep these law, statutes, and commandments, you will live. Matter of fact, if we was all come together like we've been commanded, like in Zephaniah 2:1, gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired, because we are not desired. You know, the only thing we good for with these heathens, these other nations, is for entertainment purposes only. Just like when you read like a video game or box or something, or what else? What's another thing when it says for entertainment purposes only? That's what we are. We're for entertainment purposes only for these heathens living here in America and all across and all throughout the world, all throughout this earth. You know, if we follow these law, statutes, and commandments, well, we shall live. We'll come to life. You know, Christ will return and get us up out this slavery. You know how you'll live? Because once you follow these law, statutes, and commandments, hey, you won't have to worry about being a homosexual or a lesbian. You know, you won't worry about catching AIDS and dying, monkeypox. You won't worry about getting high, high blood pressure stuff from eating pork, iodine poison from eating shrimp, crab, and lobsters. You know, you will live because you'll avoid that. Because this is stuff that he told us not to do, not to be gay, not for man not to be with man, woman not to be with woman, not to eat shrimp, pork, crab, and lobster. Go ahead, Napash.
Yeah, just like the pack of cigarettes. It tell you if you smoke that, you're gonna catch lung cancer and heart disease, and simply just gonna be dead.
Right, exactly. You know, and that's what the Bible. That's what our Bible is. Our warning. You know, throughout the whole Bible, it's a warning. If you don't obey the Most High, you don't obey God, you gone. You're terminated, extinct. But for those that keep it, but such as leave it shall die, but those that keep it shall come to life. You know, you will live because you'll know not to eat shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster because you know it's not good for you. You know not to sleep with another man so you won't catch no disease. What else? You won't be smoking no cigarettes because what the Most High said, don't put nothing in your system, you know, because your body's not yours. You know, don't put nothing unlawful, nothing in your system that's going to destroy your body, the God's temple. You know, you're not supposed to do that. But yet, we foolishly do it anyway. That's why a lot of us die from cancer. That's why a lot of us, you know, overdrink, become alcoholics. You know, you get cirrhosis of the liver. You know, the kidney starts to fail. You got something else to posh?
Oh yeah, you gotta love your own brother. You can't hate your own brother because that's how America got built by us, you know, hating one another. We want to be like our oppressors,
right?
Like on Deuteronomy 28, that's the law. That's what happens.
Right, exactly. And that's another thing. That's the main thing. Because that's what we strive for in the ISUPK, brotherhood. Brotherhood is a weapon. We ain't saying it for our health. You know, you want to go out, you want to destroy your own brother. You want to sell him drugs, or, you know, you want to go out sleep with his woman and then brag about it. You know, you want to have a shootout. over a piece of property that ain't even yours because you want to be a big bad tough gang member. But as the Most High said, no, this is the book of the commandments. We could avoid all that because, like the Pa said, look, that's your brother. Black, Hispanic, American Indians, that's your brothers. You're supposed to love them. You're supposed to watch out for them. Look out. Make sure they straight. Any questions? Any comments?
Sister Yaqua from Dallas, Texas, checking in.
Oh, Most High in Christ. Shalom, sis.
Marco Lot checking in.
Yeah, shalom,
and you also got young man Thomas checked in.
All right, shalom, Lord Christ. Hey, the water for checking in. Hey, y'all got any comments or anything, questions, comments? Just type it in. But yeah, we supposed to love and care about each other. That's the main number one thing we need to do. We need to have brotherhood, love and care about each other, because that's what we did when we first got here. Go ahead.
Shamayam Mathar from Detroit, Michigan, checking in.
Oh, okay. Shalom, Lord of Christ, sis. The water for checking in. But God, yeah, it's like that's your brothers. When we first got here, we had straight brotherhood and sisterhood. We stuck together. But the only reason that we became split apart, the only reason we was going against each other is because so-called oppressor. He had us going against each other. Then that's where you had the colorism. He light skinned, she dark skinned, he dark skinned, she light skinned, all that crap. Use that against us, our color of our skin, use that against us. Then you gave certain brothers and sisters privileges to be in the house and stuff. Had them thinking that they was better than the brothers and sisters that was out in the field. And that goes on today. And a lot of these slaveries. You got brothers running around, because they was given a little position, they went, chest all puffed out, thinking that they the man, and a lot of them get a little funky attitude when they try to tell you something. A lot of them, hey, I have been on slaveries where it was like you had a brother over other brothers and sisters. And it was like when they walking around, they ain't smiling. They ain't laughing, joking. I mean, it's like they just straight up robots. Like, man, are you got to be kidding me? Are you serious? But yeah, Most High is like, he ain't with this. But all in all, when it comes down to it, we gotta do better. We gotta stick together. We gotta stop celebrating these filthy, disgusting holidays, man. And I know it's coming up. And I know a lot of you stressing and straining. And not only that, but you got back-to-back holidays coming up. You got this filthy, nasty Thanksgiving. And what's the other one? Matter of fact, there's 3 coming up. It's Thanksgiving, and you got the the Happy Merry New Year Christmas thing coming up. You know, you got the Happy Christmas and the Merry New Year's and whatever, however that goes. You know, you got them two coming up right behind Thanksgiving. You so worried about, oh yeah, you know what? You know, I want to make sure I have a good feast. Yeah, but I don't want to be like it was last year. You know, man, this year, man, I'm gonna make sure I have me a turkey. I'm gonna make sure I have me a good Thanksgiving dinner. Like seriously, and then you wonder why things don't go right for you, because the Most High, He don't want you celebrating it. The Posh.
Oh yeah, you got a so-called New Year's Day. That's like the day of the winter, but you want to have a New Year's revolution, but you're gonna have the same revolution of death and destruction. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord don't want to celebrate that. You want to sit back and eat black eyed peas for good luck and collard greens for some extra money and stuff like that with pork in it.
Right. Exactly. You know, all that abomination, like, man, looking back, I don't see how I ate it. Knowing how pork is, knowing all the little microorganisms, the nasty little microscopic germs it's got in it, all the little, what do you call that? You got all the little bugs and stuff it's got in it. Man, boy, that pork, boy.
Oh, sloppy.
Go ahead.
They call maggots.
Con. You got the maggots, the tapeworms, and all this other nasty germs in it. Matter of fact, they say a pig, you can barely poison a pig. It's got so much that it's so filthy that you can't even really poison it. And it's understandable. Now I understand, knowing that, why like a poison snake, like a rattlesnake, it won't kill a pig. It can bite a pig if it can even pierce its skin. But it ain't going to do nothing to a pig. And the thing about it is, a rattlesnake get close to a pig pen or a hog pen or, pigs and hogs, like it'll get stomped out. And then pigs, they'll eat that. They'll eat that poisonous snake. They'll eat that rattlesnake. And then we'll turn around, kill it. It's like you will turn around and unalive it, chop it up, and clean it and eat it. So-called clean it. Well, you can't really clean it. But we'll go ahead and fry it up and eat it. And that's what you eat. Because this is what it takes, like, about 5 minutes for a pig to eat up a dead body. Because it makes me wonder, when people disappear and can't nobody find them, makes me wonder if that's what they doing. They taking them bodies and throwing them into them pig pens and let the pigs eat them up. Ain't no telling. Because all the things that we're not supposed to eat, we're eating, and all because we want to follow the oppressor. We want to be like everybody else. We want to eat what they eat because we think that it's a delicacy to take your woman out and to a restaurant and order shrimp and what do you call that? Shrimp cocktails and what was that, steak and lobster?
Hey, don't forget about the oxtail sauce.
Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, cocktail sauce. Right. They want to dip it in a little cocktail sauce and, the little butter sauce. Let's get into another one of these scriptures. It's the book of Amos, 5:21. I despise your feast days. Every time and time again, we untaught this. And we told y'all, these priests, we trying to warn you. We trying to let you know. This is thus saith the Lord. This ain't our book that we wrote. This is the Lord's book. He wrote this book. He wrote it through the priests and prophets, moved by his spirit. These aren't our words. This is God speaking to you. These aren't our words. We didn't write this. God wrote this. And for all you Christians that you love talking about my Jesus, my Jesus, my Jesus. But you know what? You don't like what Christ got to say. You don't like what the Most High got to say. You don't like the truth of this Bible. You talk all that good noise. You talk a good game. But we can see and hear, what you're saying. And you ain't saying nothing, really. All that Christian rhetoric. Oh, God loves everybody. We doing this for the children, and we giving thanks to God. That's what it's about. It's only about eating. And guess what it's also about? It's also about sinning. You don't even care that you're sinning. You don't even care that you're leading your own people to sin. That's the worst part about it, is that you don't even care. Long as you can line your pockets up, long as Sister Ola May keeps coming to your church and giving you half her pension fund, because she's been going to your church for 65, 70 years. Yeah, I remember, I remember when your daddy used to preach, and his daddy's daddy. They know my family. I know your family. All the while, all you've been doing, your whole family, a whole line of pastors ain't been doing nothing but taking this woman and her family's money. Just like the whole congregation, just been taking their money. Through lies. You getting rich off of lies, Christian. You filthy, disgusting Christian pastors. You're making money off of lies. You're getting rich off your own people through lies. And don't even care. I guess you ain't worried about the consequences. And the sad part is the consequences is coming. It's right there in your face. But you still believe, God will forgive me. Nobody's perfect. That's what y'all love to say. Oh, nobody's perfect. I know I shouldn't have done this and that, and God's punishing me, but He'll forgive me. I got down on my knees and I prayed and asked God for forgiveness. Do you really think God forgave you? Because what'd you do? You turned right back around and did the same thing again. Either that, or you committed another sin. It's the book of Amos, 5:21. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Right. You think you want to smell that nasty pork? You think you want to smell that shrimp, crab, lobster? You think you want to smell them intestines and chitlins? And hey, look, if chitlins stink and smell nasty to you, what makes you think it's going to smell good to God? What makes you think that he wants to smell it? Slakia, somebody chimed in on StreamYard. Halak. Oh, you're called Gabar? Oh, okay. Most High Christ. But yeah, he said, I despise your feast days. He does not want to smell that. Because that's, as a matter of fact, he hates it and he despises it because it's not his feast days that he commanded us to celebrate. It's not the Passover. It's a pagan holiday. It's a wicked holiday. It's a wicked feast day. It's not the Feast of Purim. It's not the Hanukkah, the Feast of Dedication. It's not what else? It's not the Feast of Tabernacles, Memorial of the Blowing of the Trumpets. It's none of that. Those are lawful feast days. Those are the feast days that was given to us. That's what we should be celebrating. That's when we celebrate them holidays, them high holy holidays, Salakia, that food that the sisters bring, that they make, hey, it's the water sisters, because that food be oof. Pac-Man power activate. But yeah, those are all lawful foods that the sisters make. All that food that we have that when we celebrate our feast days is lawful. You ain't gonna find us eating no shrimp, pork, crab, and lobster. As a matter of fact, sisters make some greens, they'll substitute it. Say like some turkey or some what do you call it? Some oxtail, something like that. But our people, oh, it ain't gonna taste right. Hey, look. What you mean it ain't gonna taste right? Tastes better than it'll taste better when you substitute it with some lawful meat than to do that abomination. You ain't gotta use no ham hocks. There's beef alternative. There's an alternative beef. Get you some beef and put in there. Talking about oh yeah, I gotta have, using pork grease and all that. A lot of you use that to make and use pork sausage when you make your dressing, or you make your a lot of you use that what is that for? Cornbread, is it? Like you can't substitute it. Oh, go ahead. You got something in the posh?
Stuffing.
Yes, stuffing. Right. It's because you don't want to. And what I hate the most is hearing, oh, you grew up eating pork, didn't you? Right. So I'm a grown man now. When am I gonna catch a beating? Am I gonna get whipped? Because I don't want to eat no pork. What my parents gonna snatch me up, sit me at the table until I eat? But that's what a lot of you sound like. Verse 22. Though you offer me burnt offering and your meat offering. Right. Burnt offerings, your meat offering. When you cooking that old nasty ham, and what they call it, honey baked ham, and you want to baste it and all that, and throw pineapples on it, and call yourself hooking it up. Ooh, it smells good. Like, nah. And you know what? You making lawful foods unlawful too, because it's an unlawful holiday. Because it's a feast day that we're not supposed to be celebrating. I don't care how much you pray over it. It ain't gonna be blessed. Hell, if I was God, I wouldn't bless it either. Especially if I told you not to do it. Especially, if it goes against me and my law, statute, and commands that I gave you to follow. I gave you foods to eat. Oh, Slack. But yeah, Slakia. But yeah, I would be mad. I would be pissed. And it's like, I know the Most High is looking at us like, man, just shaking his head. I know he's shaking his head like, man, what is it? What y'all doing? What is y'all doing? This ain't what I told y'all to do. Are you even reading the book of the commandments? Are you even reading the Bible? Can you understand the words that are in this book? Because I know I definitely would. Yeah, I look at a lot of our people now and just shake my head and like, are you serious right now? So you can imagine what the Most High, you can imagine how he's looking at us. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of disappointing the Most High. I'm tired of disappointing our Father. I don't want to disappoint him no more. I'm ready to get up out this slavery. No, I'm tired of this slavery. I'm tired of having to get up every morning to go slave. For people that don't even care about us. I will not accept them. Neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts. Right. And he shouldn't have to, and he's got that right to. We got to remember, he's above us. He's our Father. We're not his. We're his children. You got to remember who the Father and who the children. Because it ain't vice versa. Especially for you Christians, boy, you think you can just tell the Most High what he need to do, how he is, how he should be. If I'm gonna drop that, matter of fact, let's get into Leviticus. Matter of fact, let's go to some of them. Right, here we go. Leviticus 11:1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, speak unto the children of Israel. He's telling us, hey, go speak to Israel. Moses, I need you to speak to Israel. Because remember, the Most High always has a mouthpiece. You always got a mouthpiece. It's always somebody, a leader that he chooses, of his choosing, of our people, to come speak to us, to raise us up, to let us know what the deal is. And the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, These are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth. Right. He's telling us, he's letting you know, hey, look, this is the beast that I want you to eat. These are the ones I don't want you to eat. But we so hard-headed, we'll eat whatever, we think we can just eat whatever we want without no consequences. Just like the heathens eat whatever they want. Just like, but the consequences is this. What happened when they went eating them bats and them, what do you call them, Pandalorians? Them Asians, they started a whole pandemic. They started a whole coronavirus pandemic. This is why we got to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, because they're not coming into our kingdom starting no pandemics. Ain't none of them. Oh, no, ain't going to be none of that. You got to be up under our foot. We gonna let you, hey, look, this is the meat you're going to eat. You think you're going to have our kingdom? You don't think you're going to have us panicking in our own kingdom? No. I don't think so. Verse 3, whatsoever parteth the hoof and is cloven footed, and cheweth the cud among the beasts that shall ye eat. Right. You got cows, you got oxen, you got sheep, what else? You got goats. That's 4 right there. Those are all lawful to eat. Cloven footed, chew the cud. Right? Because what do pigs eat? Pigs eat everything and anything. So, Locky, give me 1 second. Matter of fact, let's check that out right quick. Cud, noun, partly digested food returned from the first stomach of the ruminants to the mouth and further chewing. Chew the cud of a ruminant animal. Further chew partly digested food. Old English. Let's see if we can get some more on that. Animals that chew the cud are those that partially digest their food and then regurgitate it from their first stomach. Most have 4-chambered stomach and chew it. Animals that chew the cud, also called ruminating animals, are mentioned in Leviticus and in Deuteronomy. Animals that chew the cud is the cow, the deer, the sheep, goats, and antelope are the examples of animals that are called cud-chewing animals. During the digestive process, cud is produced, and this process is called rumination. The 4 chambers of the stomach and the cow include rumen, recticulum, amasum, and abomasum. So that's just a few of the animals. That's what we're supposed to be eating. Cloven footed, and they chew the cud. Verse 4, nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divide the hoof, as the camel, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof. He is unclean unto you. But You know, ain't no telling. You know, them Arabs, all them cats in the Middle East, ain't no telling. That's why I could never go over there and eat. I couldn't see myself going to like them Indian cats and all. Like, nah. They remind me of Chinese people, man. Ain't no telling. Them Asians, they probably they're probably chopping up camels left and right. Talking about this chicken and beef and all that. Ain't no telling what that meat is. Verse 5. And the coney, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. And the hare, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. Right, and really, a hare or a rabbit, you know, they're what do you call them? They're more like burrowing animals that burrow up under the ground. You know, they dig like holes and stuff and make them like a little spot where only they can reach it. You know, they live underground. You know, I wouldn't want to eat a rabbit, no way. Verse 7, and the swine, though he divide the hoof and be uncloven footed, and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean unto you. He is unclean to you. And there you have it right there, the swine, pigs, hogs. You know, what's some other one? Wild boars. You know, in Arkansas, what they call them, razorbacks. You know, but we think that meat is good. I mean, and it's understandable. All the crap that was given to us, the leftover meats after they killed the pig during slavery. I mean, it's understandable. You know, how they used to give us the pig intestines and we took it, you know, now all of a sudden it's a delicacy. Pig's feet, all of a sudden it's a delicacy. But, you know, now that we know this truth, now that we understand this Bible, you know, we ain't got to disobey the God's laws. We ain't got to eat no nasty pigs and what else, hogs and all that. You ain't got to eat no rabbits. You ain't got to do none of that. Because we know the truth now. We know where the true Israelites. We know what we're supposed to eat and what we're not supposed to eat. You know, we know what to do now. There's no excuse. Napash. Who's that at the door? You know, the water. You know, we know what to do. We know the foods to eat. Especially knowing who we are, no excuses whatsoever. You know, now we have the opportunity to do right by the Most High. We have the opportunity to not celebrate Thanksgiving, to not celebrate Christmas, not celebrate Easter, New Year's, all that, you know, who else? Good seeing you, all right? Everything's wild with you? I'm Most High in Christ. Right, so you know, we don't have to celebrate them. We have our own feast days, our own holidays. Knowing this, that's what we need to be celebrating. You know, take your spirit up out of America. Take your spirit away from celebrating these holidays, these false holidays, these nasty, abominational feast days. Because all these feast days, all these pagan holidays, What's cooked? Majority of the time that's cooked with these feast days. Pork, shrimp. You know, the usual suspects. We'll put it like that. The usual suspects is shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. Because that's the main thing we love to get. That's the main thing we know. Oh, crab legs. We love them crab legs too. That's another thing. Them old nasty, filthy. Them crab legs, they taste like they smell. For real. Hey, you can read for me. All right, the water. Where we at? We at Leviticus 11 and pick me up at 8. But yeah, you know, like that nasty pig, that nasty swine. You know, that this was put onto us. We didn't just automatically just say, hey, you know, this looks like a good meat. Let's eat this. I'm like, nah. Understand, through slavery, everything that we do, all these days, all these holidays, so-called holidays that we celebrate, you know, they was introduced to us. They was put on us by the oppressor. You know, we didn't know nothing about none of this, not till we came here as slaves. And we should know, come on now, it should be understandable by now, in this day and age, that these are not our holidays, that something ain't right with this. And how are we going to sit there and listen and continue to listen to Christians? Christians was taught Christianity and was forced Christianity upon us by the oppressor. Why would you still, a nation that oppresses you, why would you still want to listen to them? That don't make no sense. Make that make sense. Help me to understand how we still going to listen about a people, a race of people that still, what they were doing to slavery back to us back then, they're still doing it to us today. How are we just going to listen to them and follow them and want to be like them and make marriages with them to celebrate their holidays? That don't make no sense. Go ahead.
Wanted to say, I read about how they use swine to simulate what a cadaver looks like in law enforcement when they test how long it takes a body when they need to find people, like a serial killer does something,
right?
And they find the bodies and they got to know how long it's been there. They'll use a swine to test in different conditions to figure out when somebody died. That's the same thing that people want to go and eat. And that just feels like weird to me, is that like if it's that close to the human body,
right,
why would you want to try to eat it? So I get, sir. I get.
Right. Hey, you know what? That's a heavy point right there. And matter of fact, you know, the sidebar right quick. Back, what was it, during World War II? Was it World War II? I forget. Was it what? No, I don't think it was World War II. It was one of them wars. Was it? Hold on. I'm trying to think. Man, I can't remember what war it was. But anyway, the American soldiers, they kept one Muslim cat alive. And what they did was they took like bullets and they dipped it in like in the pig's blood and all that, because you know the Muslims, they believe that, a lot of them believe that, you know, they ain't supposed to touch a pig, period. So it was like they took the bullets, dipped them in the pig's blood, you know, and rubbed it all on the pig and stuff, on the carcass and all that, you know, and they shot all but one Muslim. because they believe that, oh, I won't be able to go to heaven, if I touch, a pig, any type of pork. Right. So, they left one alive to go tell the others, what transpired, what had happened. And it was like for like decades, for like years, they shut down. They just shut down. Like, now we ain't gotta mess with them. Like, we gotta be careful. It scared them like that. But yeah, but that's neither here nor there. That's just, it was just interesting that you said that though. And it just brought, just remind me of that story. But yeah, that pig is a real, real nasty, filthy, disgusting animal, man. And you're right. How can we eat that? Knowing if it's literally that close to being, to a human body, as far as like decomposing and all that, and how they can figure out how long a person's been unalive, man, ain't no way. That just further solidified me not wanting to eat pork, to follow this law, statute, and commandments. Pick me up at Leviticus 11:8.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 8. Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you.
Right. The Most High even went as far to say, hey, don't eat it, don't touch it. They're unclean to you. Like, just stay away from it. The only time you should be near it, like, because a pig is a garbage disposal. Basically, that's all it is. That's all we use it for. Like, slop, clean up trash and stuff. Boom. Hey, whenever we need to get rid of something, throw it out to the trough. Let the pigs eat it up. And just let them do what they do. They like to wallow in mud. And if every day, you got to keep spraying the little pig pen to keep the mud, to keep the mud wet and stuff for them, so be it. But it's like, I wouldn't even want to touch a pig my damn self. They just look nasty. They remind me, matter of fact, they remind me of an Edomite. I don't even like an Edomite to touch me. That just, ooh. Go ahead. Put your mic on.
At the slavery ship at like a stadium.
Right.
And anytime that they try to like bump you on with an elbow or something,
right,
that's not to what my side.
Right, yeah, I feel you on that.
That's a lot, kid.
No, you good. My slavery, hey, I got the same thing. I got this Edomite. I don't know what she like. Why is you touch lights? Stay on your side. Right. Right. Yeah, they look. Yeah, they like the. Yeah. Like for what? Yeah, right. Because that's what I compare them. I compare them to a pig, a nasty, filthy, disgusting pig. Like, for real. Like, right. Like, why you? Right. Yeah, I feel you on that. Right. Yeah, because they got to be noticed anyway. They love to be noticed. They feel like they look just so good. Like everybody wants them. Like no, dogs. Everybody don't want you. Go ahead, give me but yeah, let alone to touch it, let alone to even eat it. Pick me up at 10.
Comic-Con, verse 10.
Right. And see this, I'm gonna slack you for 1 second. This leads into like even with pork or shrimp, crab, lobster, because that's another thing we like to cook during this holiday. So it's gonna go to some of the sea creatures. Go ahead.
Comic-Con. And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
Right. Read that again.
Comic-Con. This book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 10. And all that have not fins and scales in the seas.
Stop right there. And all that have not fins and scales. Your shrimp, your crab, your lobster, your shellfish, your clams. They don't have no fins and scales. Who else? Your catfish. Who else? I'm gonna say jellyfish. I ain't never heard nobody eat no jellyfish.
Ammon.
What?
Comic-Con.
What? Hey, you know what? I ain't even surprised. I am not surprised at all. But I didn't know they ate jellyfish. Are you serious? How they eat it? No, right. Nah, I'm good. Man. What? Heck no.
Oh, the thing called for the prayer
Thing called mukbangs. Them Asians be eating like they be eating like eel.
Oh
mixed
yeah,
with crab,
right.
mixed with that, mixed with some kind of animal or something like that. That's how they eat it.
Salakia, Adam. I just remembered. I thought I didn't know. I just remembered. It was soup.
Soup. Okay. Ooh. Man, what the? Man, something. Yeah, you can tell they the product of incest. They just I ain't gonna get into it. Man. Go ahead, read.
And in the rivers of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
Right. They should be an abomination. Because you got let's see. You got what is that? Red snapper. You got bass. Those are good for you. Those are good to eat. Yeah, like salmon. But like you said, you got any fish without the scales and fins, that's in the waters and in the rivers. An abomination. Just like you got the catfish. So the catfish, what? That's like in the rivers. Oh, you got catfish, eels, right? Yeah, con eels. They and why would you try to want to get an eel anyway? Because from my understanding, what I was reading about them, what they call them electric eels. Boy, they say them bad boys ain't no joke. That's it, man. They say they don't call them electric eels for nothing. They say you try to snatch one of them up or grab one, man. They say a grown man that got knocked on his feet. Knocked out trying to touch one of them. And especially if you don't know what you're doing. If you don't know a regular eel from an electric eel, man, I feel bad for you. You're going to have a bad day. A real bad day. And then, because in the seas, you got the, what's that? The crabs. You got the clams. All these are meant to be just like a pig. They're all meant to clean the seas. And that's why they say, and we always bring this up during the pandemic, when they couldn't do all that fishing and stuff, and all that crabbing and stuff, they said the oceans was clearing up. They was even cleaner. But Esau, he got to destroy everything. Anything he go and touch, he got to destroy it anyway. Hey, Napash, any comments, any questions online? All right, Con, no sweat. Go ahead.
To your point, what you're saying is so heavy. When Esau was shut down during the pandemic, the whole world just got a breath of air. Like everywhere you hear, all of a sudden people could see the sky again.
Right.
Everywhere where there's all the smog and smoke for their world, for their industry, all of a sudden nature could come back like that.
Right. And something, I'm glad you brought that up, because once you eliminate, when Christ returns, and once you eliminate Esau, hey, look, we'll be able to breathe. You'll be able to eat fresh, clean fish. Like a bass. Say you go fishing. Say you catch a couple of salmon. They're not as unpolluted right now. And Esau, he'll mess with them streams and rivers and stuff. Like like the rocks and stuff. The natural formation. It's to filter out the water in the streams and the rivers. Esau go and mess with that. Like, why would you even, rearrange anything? Because everything on the earth is natural. Natural springs, natural rivers, oceans. Even the fish, the animals eat naturally. But thanks to Esau, thanks to the oppressor, the caveman, he just gotta mess with stuff and make it unnatural. They said, that'll be an abomination unto you. An abomination, that's a filthy, disgusting thing. They're vile. Let's use the word vile. It's a very vile thing. Where are we at? 11? All right, Con, read it.
Verse 11. They shall be an abomination unto you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh, but ye shall have their carcasses in abomination.
Right. You should not eat of their flesh, because they are a vile thing. Because even in the world, like say for instance, catfish was nasty to me. I did not like catfish. It just had this nasty, like this grimy dirt taste to it. Like even then, I did not like catfish. Like, you guys really eat this? You fry it up. Even when you fry it, it just no matter how you cook it, it's just nasty. Right. As a matter of fact, I did not know that artificial crabs is actually shark meat. And they spray it orange to make it look like crab, but they say it's actually shark meat. So when you see that artificial crabs, that's what it actually is. You know, that's another animal like shark, whales. Who else? Dolphins. Because I remember years ago growing up. I think was it Star Kiss? I think they was using dolphin meat. I think it was I think it was Star Kiss. Star Kiss. What's that other one? Bumblebee, tuna. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was Star Kiss, wasn't it? They was using dolphin meat. I think they got caught using dolphin meat. Chicken and con. I think you might be right. That chicken of the sea. Right. Right. You know what? You ain't never lying. I ain't seen that chicken of the sea. I ain't seen that in years. Right, but and that's just like McDonald's. Years ago, they said they was using kangaroo meat for hamburger because it was cheaper. See, as I said, man, all these meats and stuff, man, you got to be careful with Esau. You got to be careful with Esau and these Asians and all these other nations, man. You got to be careful when you're dealing with them. You can deal with them as far as like business and stuff, but just be careful. Just be careful. And it's so sad that we don't care about, as long as it's meat, it's food. We can season it up and make it taste good. Make it taste like, whatever. But it don't matter how good you make it taste, how much you season it, it's still an abomination. It's still unlawful meat. Go ahead, read.
Verse 12. Whatsoever hath no fins, no scales, Salakia, nor scales in the waters, that shall be an abomination unto you.
Right. And once again, matter of fact, speaking of which, I forgot, octopus. Right, octopus. That's another thing. I heard people, like them squids and octopus and all that. God. Right.
I remember calamari. They call it something fancy. They call it calamari.
Use the mic.
They call it something fancy like calamari, and it tasted like, and it looked like a rubber band at school, like a
right,
round pencil. It just looked, and it don't
right. Calamari, right? Calamari. What is that like? That's like a squid or something, like octopus or something. Yeah, calamari. Ooh, man, I know that looked nasty. It was rubbery. Who we got there? Oh, Gabar. Hey, y'all Bashem, y'all Shai Brakatah. What's going on, trooper? How you doing? Oh, he dropped off again. All right, Khan, no sweat. Well, I trust he'll be back. But yeah, that octopus, squid, like we said, what's all them shellfish, like clam,
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Mussels.
Mussels, right. That's what I was saying there. For water.
Yonder bar, sir.
Mussels. Yeah, mussels. Oysters. Like they said, catfish. squid. Who else? What's another abomination? We said dolphins, sharks, whales, swordfish. Right, con for water. Swordfish. Yep, right. Because especially Esau, he loved going fishing for that swordfish. He loved going, boy. They'll do that in a heartbeat. Swordfish or marlins, as they call them. They love that. But what they do though, they'll take it and they'll have it stuffed and man it on it and put it on a wall or something or over the fireplace. Marlin or what's another name? What's the one with the big sailfish? Yeah, sailfish. Sailfish. What's the other swordfish? Hey, y'all Bashem, y'all Shah Barakatah.
Shalom Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah. What's up, Adawan?
Not much. Well, you Tawab, everything good with you?
Come on, sir. I'm driving, but I'm here. All
right, Most High Christ. Hey, you got any questions, any comments?
La, sir.
All right, no sweat.
Okay, I'm on mute.
All right, Con. But yeah, I don't even see how y'all do it. Like, I mean, just think about it. Being in this truth, just the spread, just the Thanksgiving dinner, just the spread on the table alone. It's like right now, man, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Right, all right. Just like cause go ahead.
Salaki, sir. I was just gonna say another abominable food that we don't really think about be that damn gelatin, that jello types.
Oh yeah, Con. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. That JELLO. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Bill Cosby, Mr. Jello himself. Yeah. Now, I ain't gonna lie though, them pudding pops was good. I used to love them pudding pops and Jello pudding pops. I used to kill them. But yeah, Jello. That's right. The desserts. You got the Jello. I think that's about it though. Everything, all the rest of them, like the pies and the cakes and stuff. But still though, that's all part of that feast day. That's all part of Thanksgiving. Like now, if I see a Thanksgiving dinner, if I see a table with Thanksgiving food on it, like, nah, it just, the whole thing just looks thrown off to me. Like, I just couldn't do it. But
is cranberry sauce a type of Jello?
Oh no, I think that's just made from cranberries.
Comic-Con.
Yeah, fruit. Yeah, Go ahead, read.
Verse 13. And these are they which ye shall have in abomination among the fowls.
All right, stop right there. Right. Among the fowls, now we come into the fowls. Now we come into your turkeys, your ducks, your ostriches, your whole mallard family. We'll put it like that. Your pigeons. Let's see. What else? You got your doves. You got your cranes. You got your albatrosses. You got your what do you call them? what you call the ones, the little short ones, they got the big bill at the bottom.
Salakia, sir. Pelican.
Pelican. The water. Pelican. Right. These are the fowls. The fowls of the air, the fowls of the land. Because remember, not all birds can fly. Go ahead, read.
Khan. They shall not be eaten. They are an abomination. The eagle and the ossifrage and the osprey.
Right. Matter of fact, look them birds up.
Khan.
If you don't mind. Right. These are birds that are an abomination. Because I think the osprey, what is that, like that's almost like a duck or a crane or something, like a
Salakia.
Yeah, Khan, look that up.
I have a ossifrage first, but
go ahead.
Khan.
Whenever you're ready.
Khan, sir.
So that way we can get the exact knowing of what the bird is.
A definition of an ossifrage is a scavenger bird, a vulture. So a bearded vulture.
A bearded vulture, right. Okay, no sweat. The water. Right, and that's definitely the vulture. I look at a vulture like a pig. Because that's what they do. They pick the carcasses of the other dead animals. Humans too. I mean, I couldn't see anybody who would want to eat a vulture anyway.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Definition of an osprey: a large fish-eating bird of prey with long, narrow wings and a white underside and crown, found throughout the world.
It sounds like like you got the Seahawks. Like you said, the Pelicans and Seahawks. Who else? You got eagles too. Like you just said, eagles, they hunt for fish. Rabbits, snakes, all that. Go ahead.
It's like I said, I was just thinking about that old nasty bat.
Oh yeah, right. Exactly. A bat, and we all know who eats bats. Like, why would you want to eat a bat? Of all the things, a bat. Go ahead, Natasha. Right, exactly. Them and them Hamites, boy, them Africans, boy, they wee. Go ahead.
I saw that on the news about the rat that was up the street, Salakia. Khan.
Oh, right. Ooh. So people wonder why I stopped eating Chinese. If I do, it'll be like the what do you call it, lo mein noodles, the veggie lo mein noodles, no meat, just straight veggie. Like if I eat like egg rolls, like I'll just get the straight veggie egg rolls. Like other than that, no, I don't want their meat. No, right, exactly, yeah, pause. Right, exactly. I can't do it. And if I do eat Chinese, that's about the extent of how the farthest I'll go. That will be the extent of it. But yeah, go ahead and read.
And the vulture and the kite after his kind. every raven after his kind,
Right.
and the owl, and the nighthawk, and the cuckoo, and the hawk after his kind.
Right. And you know, a hawk is actually more of a predatory bird. You know, and eagle is more like, to me, an eagle is more like a scavenger bird, because it'll scavenge too, just like a vulture if need be. Well, if need be. But yeah, you know, these are birds that we're not supposed to eat, but you still got cats that'll eat it. Because I know years ago when I was working for the day labor, you know, it was a brother, you know, he was like, I forgot what part of Georgia he's from, but he's like, yeah, man, down that country, man, you know, you go to one of the little country stores, he's like, yeah, man, you got all types of different meats, you know, they got the possums and, you know, rabbits, and he was just naming, squirrels and all that, and just naming like all different types of animals and birds and stuff. Like, man, are you like, man, I'm serious, man. They don't care, man. They'll hunt it, you know, skin it, all that, and they'll sell it in their stores. Like, no, man, come on, man. But hey, I wouldn't doubt it. Because, you know, you got a lot of these people living in these backwoods, man. Like, they think, you know, they'll make it part of their Thanksgiving dinner. They'll go out hunting rabbits and possums and raccoons and stuff, and, you know, and throw it on their table, man. Go ahead, read.
Pecan. And the little owl, and the cormorant, and the great owl, and the swan, and the pelican, and the year eagle,
The gyre eagle,
the gyre eagle, and the stork, the heron after her kind, and the lapwing, and the bat.
right, and there you go. Right, you know, these are the fowls that we're not supposed to be eating. These are the birds. We're not supposed to touch this. Go ahead, read.
Fine. All fowls that creep, going upon all four, shall be an abomination unto you.
Right.
Oh, Salah.
Go ahead.
So a bat counts as a fowl to fly?
Right. Because, you know, a bat can also land, and it can also be on all fours. Like, you know, it uses wings to help, you know, to crawl too. You know? So, Khan. Go ahead, read. Where we at, 21?
Khan. This is Book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 21. Yet these may ye eat of every flying, creeping thing that goeth upon all four, which have legs above their feet, to leap withal upon the earth. Even these of them ye may eat. The locust after his kind, and the bald locust after his kind.
Stop right there. Right. And, you know, a locust, you would have to eat a lot of it, but, you know, a locust, you know, is high in protein. You know, so you can eat a locust. Yeah, kind. Locusts are good. Yeah, kind. Like, you ever find yourself in a position where you out in the woods somewhere stranded, or, you know, you get lost in the forest or something, kind. Go ahead.
And the grasshopper after his kind. Salaki. But all other flying, creeping things which have 4 feet shall be an abomination unto you.
Right, read.
And for these ye shall be unclean. Whosoever toucheth the carcass of them shall be unclean until the even.
Right. You know, to touch their carcass, you shall be unclean until the even. You know, or the evening. Because, you know, I believe it, what is it? If it dies of itself, I believe you're not supposed to touch it. If I recall. But yeah, you know, all the others, you know, like anything that's unclean, you know, all them fowls, all them bats, the eagle, the osprey, you know, the crane, the stork, you know, we're not even supposed to touch that. You know, these are, you know, this is just a rundown, you know, of God's laws of what we can and what we cannot eat. Because, you know, during Thanksgiving, it's like, we'll do, hey, look, as long as it's meat, as long as it looks good, you know, smells good when you cook it, you know, we'll slap it in the oven. We'll put it in, throw it on a plate and put it right there on the table. You know, and instead of having ham, I mean, even if you do celebrate Thanksgiving, I'm saying don't. But at least get you some clean meats. You know, me, I you know, instead of ham, I would prefer Cornish hens. But all in all, don't celebrate Thanksgiving, period. Because even if you do put clean meats on there, you know, it's still it still ain't gonna smell good. No, Most High, he still ain't gonna smell it. You don't want to smell in your solemn assemblies. You don't want to accept their burnt offerings. You want to celebrate a real holiday? Come to ISUPK. You want some real lawful meats, some real lawful foods to eat? You know, come to our feast days. You know, we're located at 3353 Glenwood Road in Decatur, Georgia. You know, look, if you're in the Metro Atlanta area, you know, come on through. You know, we got classes Monday through Friday. You know, we got Sabbath service. You know, on Saturday, every Saturday, we got Sabbath service from 10 to 11 a.m., from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. We got for all our classes from 7 p.m. You know, you got the Monday class. That'll be the history class. Tuesday is the brotherhood class. Wednesday, like today, is the law class. Thursday is scripture breakdown. And then we got Friday. That's the Hebrew class. That's the Hebrew language class. You know, all these classes from 7 to 9. And then Saturday, you got the Sabbath service. You know, that's from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. You know, come check us out. You know, hey, look, this here is for Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. You know, all classes for free. You know, and don't worry, we ain't got no ATM machines in our classrooms. And none of our schools, we ain't got no ATM machine. We don't want your social security number. We don't know how much you make. We ain't got to do your taxes and all that. You know, we ain't going to ask you for your ID and check to see if you got a warrant on you and turn you in for that warrant money. No, we ain't going to do. Look, we ain't about none of that. And we are not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group. So you ain't got to worry about none of that. What time is it? Okay, time. All right, we'll sign Christ. All right, where we at in Leviticus? Let me slot here. Where we at?
And Leviticus 11 and 32.
All right, Khan, no sweat.
Khan. And upon whatsoever any of them, when they are dead, doth fall, it shall be unclean, whether it be any vessel of wood, or raiment, or skin, or sack, whatsoever vessel it be, wherein any work is done, it must be put into water, and it shall be unclean until the even. So it shall be cleansed.
Right. You know, and these are the laws. This is the law that the Most High gave us. You know, to make sure that it's clean. Make sure that you clean. You know, and to keep you clean. And all we have to do is obey what the Most High said. All we got to do is obey. Be obedient. He's telling us, he's showing us right here what we can and cannot eat. What you should not have on your table. Matter of fact, and it shouldn't be just no one special day. That should be every day. Every day that you eat dinner, you know, anytime that you go out to eat, you know, you should be eating nothing but clean meats. You know, all your food, all your meat should be clean animals. You know, and it shouldn't take like no one special day that the oppressor gives you. You know, oh, you know, this is a time for family. Like, no, you can have family time whenever you want. So what's wrong with the weekends? I know everybody ain't off on the weekends, but man, come on, man. You know, you can make an effort. Well, you know, show up. Hey, look, show up when you get off from work. You're like, hey, what y'all doing? All right, I'll be over. You know, we just having a little family get together. You do it any other time. Let it be a nice summer day. You know, what we like to do. Hey, we about to have a cookout. You know, we about to throw some meat on the grill. You know, you come together, you come together as a family for this then. You know, it ain't no special occasion. Ain't no birthdays. Ain't no nothing. So why you got to wait till one day to say, oh, yeah, this is a time for family. You know, give thanks for everybody being here. You know, be thankful, you know, without that. Just be thankful, period. You don't need that to be thankful. Go ahead, read.
Kamakan. And every earthen vessel whereinto any of them falleth, whatsoever is in it shall be unclean, and ye shall break it.
Read.
Of all meat which may be eaten, that on which such water cometh shall be unclean, and all drink that may be drunk in every such vessel shall be unclean.
Right. Look at that. The Most High is so specific, and he's so serious about his laws that even the water, like, you don't even want you drinking the water. The water's unclean. Don't even touch the water. Don't bathe in it or nothing. The water's unclean. Come on, man. If the carcass touched the water, it's unclean. Sakya Napash. Any questions, any comments online?
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay. Most High Christ. Hey, shalom, Lord of Christ, sis. But yeah, you know, even that, boy. Come on now. If he said the carcass touched even the water is unclean. The Most High ain't playing about his law, statute, and commandments. He ain't playing about these laws. So why is you playing? You know why? Because you're into that Christianity. That Christianity makes out the Bible to be a joke. It makes Christ out to be a joke. It makes God out to be a joke. It makes all the priests and prophets out to be a joke. Man, ain't no joking. Ain't no playing. Do you Christians understand the validity of how serious these laws are and how serious he takes us being obedient, it's to the point of being unalive. Like seriously, he's to the point of unaliving us. That's how seriously he is about these laws, about breaking these laws. And they were not given to no other people but us, but Israel. Go ahead, read.
Khan, and everything whereupon any part of their carcass falleth shall be unclean, whether it be oven or ranges for pots, they shall be broken down, for they are unclean, and shall be unclean unto you.
Read that again.
Khan, and everything whereupon any part of their carcass falleth shall be unclean, whether it be oven.
No. Read that again.
Whether it be oven or ranges for pots, they shall be broken down, for they are unclean.
No, for they're clean.
They are unclean.
No, they're not unclean. They good. They good to go. You can still use them.
Unclean.
No. Hey, all you gotta do is, throw a little salt, a little soap, scrub once, and throw a little bleach in them. They'll be all right. You can still cook with it.
For they are unclean.
For they are unclean. Your pots, your pans, your oven. How deep is that? The most high. Hey, look, this is how serious this is. He said, even your pots, your oven, your pans, all that is unclean. When you cooking this unclean, abominational meat, you making your whole house unclean. The carcass alone is making it unclean. And if that's unclean, what makes you think that he cares about Thanksgiving? So what makes you think that, you think that you're going to bless your food? If even your pots and your stove, your pans, all that's unclean. But you thinking, all you got to do is pray over it. Bless this food that we're about to receive for nourishment of our body. Yada, yada, this and that. And we thank you, God, for providing us with this food and all that BS. But he just telling you, it's all unclean. Everything that you cooked with, everything that you threw, that you touched with that abominational carcass, that vile, filthy, disgusting thing that you put in your stove, in your pots, in your pans to cook. And as much as God loves that sweet, savory smell of seasonings, even that, oh boy, that probably smells just as nasty as that meat. Go ahead, read.
Khan, for they are unclean and shall be unclean unto you. Nevertheless, a fountain or pit wherein there is plenty of water shall be clean, but that which touches their carcass shall be unclean.
Right.
And if any part of their carcass fall upon any sowing seed which is to be sown, it shall be clean.
Read.
But if any water be put upon the seed, and any part of their carcass fall thereon, it shall be unclean unto you.
Read.
And if any beast of which ye may eat, die. He that toucheth the carcass thereof shall be unclean until the even.
Right.
And
Read.
And he that eateth of the carcass of it shall wash his clothes, and be unclean until the even. He also that beareth the carcass of it shall wash his clothes, and be unclean until the even.
Right. You know, at least you will be clean in the evening, you know, with the clean meats. You know, but you'll just be straight up just plain unclean. You know, them abominational meats, man. At least with the clean animals, you got to the evening to be clean. You know, you can wash your clothes, wash yourself up. You know, you'll be clean. You know, and that's a very big difference between clean animals and unclean animals. Because with a clean animal, at least if it touches anything, you know, a lot of stuff, it'll still be clean. An unclean animal, the dead carcass of it, touches anything, bruh. Like, it, just straight unclean. Like, hey, ain't nothing you can do about it. You know? I mean, what? You gotta tell the Most High, hey, that ain't right. I mean, what you gonna do? You know, the Most High, He runs us. These are His law, statute, and commandments. Then, hey, therefore meant for us to follow. They're meant for us to be obedient. But hey, you got the Christians out here, they want to make out like, hey, we tell God what to do. I mean, let's see what we got left. All right, Khan, go ahead and read.
Khan. And every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth shall be an abomination. It shall not be eaten. Whatsoever goeth upon the belly, and whatsoever goeth upon all four, or whatsoever hath more feet upon all creeping things that creep upon the earth, them ye shall not eat, for they are an abomination.
Right. You got the creepy things. Like, you got people that eat snakes. You got, what else crawls on the belly? That's about it, ain't it? Like a snake.
Salakia Adawan. Like lizards. Like
oh yeah, Khan, right. Yeah, Khan. Okay. Right. Snakes, lizards, geckos. You got them amphibians, you got them like toads and frogs and what's them crocodiles, alligators, you got them reptiles. Go ahead, read.
Khan. Ye shall not make yourselves abominable with any creeping thing that creepeth, neither shall ye make yourselves unclean with them, that ye should be defiled thereby. For I am the Lord your God. Ye shall therefore sanctify yourselves, and ye shall be holy, for I am holy. Neither shall ye defile yourselves with any manner of creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth.
Right. Exactly. He said, I am the Lord your God. You ain't my God. I'm your God, Christians. You see what he's telling you. Sanctify yourselves, and ye shall be holy, for I am holy. We got to be holy because he's holy. And how is he holy? Because he's separate. He's separate from all these other nations and all they God and all they false gods that they worship. We work a true living God, the only true living God. He's holy because we're holy. Because Israel is a separate nation because he separated us from amongst all these other nations, running around on this planet. We're separate from them. Be holy like he is holy. We holy because he is holy. He is the Lord our God. Hey, look, Christian, you is not his God. He is your God. You run around and, all holier than thou and don't even know what it is. Just like our feast days. Because if we're holy, which means separate, what do you think our feast days are? They're separate from Thanksgiving. They're separate from Christmas. Separate from Easter. Separate from Memorial Day. Separate from 4th of July. We're separate. Our feast days are separate. Our Feast of Purim is separate. Our Feast of Tabernacles is separate. Our Passover is separate. Our high holy holidays are separate. They're holy. That's why we call them high holy holidays. They're separate from all this Thanksgiving. Separate from your abominational meats that you eat during Thanksgiving. That the Most High is against. That the priests and prophets of the Lord is against. The real true priests and prophets of the Lord is against. I ain't talking about these filthy, disgusting, nasty, greasy, grimy, pork chop preachers and these pastors and these deacons. I ain't talking about that Christianity. I ain't talking about the most sissified Catholics. We talking about the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments. We talking about his high holy holidays, separate from all of that. Just like you're supposed to be separate from America. Take your spirit up out of America. Stop going out, spending up all your money to celebrate these fake holidays and these nasty, filthy, disgusting, abominational feast days, such as Thanksgiving. Christmas. Oh, what's Halloween? Autumn is wicked. Because if you do the background of all these holidays, it's all pagan, or it's got some type of bloodshed and some type of wickedness behind it. And Thanksgiving is no better. Because Thanksgiving is the destruction of your people, of your brothers, of your sisters, your nieces, your nephews. You got the Gadites and the Reubenites, the Seminole Indians, the North American Indians, the tribes of Gad and Reuben. And we tell you time and time over and over again that you're walking on the bones of your brothers and sisters of the so-called Native American Indians, man. All throughout the United States. If this is what you want to celebrate, Most High in Christ for Commander General Yohana for not dropping his sword. Most High in Christ for the general sticking by Commander General Yohana. Most High in Christ for them keeping the ICPK going. So that we got a chance to live, that we got a chance to come back to the Most High. And with that, if there's no more questions, no more comments, any questions, any comments, brother? Young man Thomas, any questions, any comments? I mean, young man Joseph, Salakia. And the Posh. All right, with that, I pass the class over to Precinct Officer of 50, the Posh Kaya.
The LSK security announcement. We got an LSK start at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister come to the school, they are limited for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They're here to set themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is commandment, the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. My Ishua, that means 10 in Hebrew. 10% any penny, any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department of teacher. Priest fund, real awful, priest not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give, the next holy convocation is going to be the feast of dedication, and we shall conquer. And it's going to be on the 25th day of the 9th month. You also can find this in the book of First Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 52 to 61. And it's going to be December 25th, Wednesday, sundown. Remind Aki and my walking to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If any brother wants to be trooping the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pant, headband, and a scarf with that, get one salute to men, men's world. Elijah, Sabbats, Elijah, Rock, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shabbat. What I just said in Hebrew, may the Most High, in the name of Christ, bless you. You haven't taught me hands down. We also give a rush curse salute to the sisters online. Men Israel, minus Sabbats, Elijah, Rock, Yahweh Shema Eladai by Shem Yahweh Shai. What I just said to the sisters online, may the Most High watch over you in the name of Christ. You haven't taught me hands down. Christ is peace.
Better brother.